This is an Ortomi Generation 4, a little robot companion who reacts to touch, expresses emotions, and keeps you company. Ever since we started making them, we've been blown away by how much love there's been for these little guys. But one thought never left the back of our minds: how could we make them even better? 1 year ago, we decided to find out, and after a whole lot of development, prototyping, and rethinking everything, this little guy was born. And we called it an Umi. And he's asleep. Let's wake him up. Let me take you on our journey of designing and building the ultimate robot companion. We started with this. What's the similarity between all of these, you ask? They're companions. Adorable companions. And what's the difference between all of these and Gen 4? Well, Gen 4 couldn't move, and that's where we'd start. We thought it would be a good idea to start here and add feet. After realizing that adding feet would be a lot more complex than we initially thought, we thought we'll add ears instead. This was our very first prototype, and we based it off a rabbit because we thought they were cute. We soon realized that articulating these ears would be very difficult just because of their geometry. This was our second attempt, and we decided we wanted the ears mounted here and here, such that we could fit motors inside the body to articulate the ears back and forth. We soon realized that we didn't actually like the shape of it, so on to the next version. We repeated this a few times, until on the 13th time we got a shape we actually liked. So now we'd figured out the shape, time to move on to the electronics. Now we had to figure out how we'd actually control the ears, and we had 4 main ways of doing this: servos, DC motors, stepper motors, or BLDCs. We initially tried using servos, but we found out they were just too loud. So that left these 3. We decided that the BLDCs were too hard to control, and their controllers were too expensive. DC motors weren't able to maintain their position, and didn't have granular enough control. That left us with stepper motors. Next, we had to decide on a size, and we tested a whole bunch. We tested stepper motors with gearboxes and with no gearboxes. We tested big, medium, and tiny stepper motors. We also tried them with all different shapes and sizes of ears. Eventually we settled on one, the humble 10mm. So, back to the drawing board to find a shape. And this is what we settled on. But what about the face? We really liked the simplicity of the OLED panel in our Gen 4. But we wanted something with a bit higher resolution and something that didn't flicker on camera like this one did. We really liked the rounded corners on this one. So we used that module to create our own. We added a piece of glass on the top such that it integrates perfectly with the product. Oh, you thought we were done with the shape? Wrong. We needed to design these such that they were injection moldable, because there was no way we were going to print all of these on our 3D printer. Once we were happy with the design, we sent off the files to have the mold made, and we could move on to designing the PCB. Now we knew how much power we needed, it was time to select an appropriate battery. Since we wanted our creation to last someone a whole day on a single charge, we opted for the largest battery we could fit inside the shell, which was this one, a 1000 mAh LiPo battery. Finally, the hardware was done, and all that was left to do was a whole lot of code. I'm just joking, I wouldn't put you guys through that. Coding definitely did take the longest amount of time and gave us the most headaches. In the end, I can truly say I'm very proud of the hard work and effort we put into making this little guy. We love having him around, and we hope you do too.